Hi there, Brett Dawson here. I want to talk to you about time management today. Now, I need to put this into context. It's within the context of adapting to change. So we live in a world of constant change, and one of the things that I believe is that your number one skill in life and as a professional is to adapt to change. Now, change starts with a trigger. This trigger can be reaching a breaking point, getting to a point where you feel you're at a crossroads, losing something, getting some bad news, or just realizing that things are not the way that you want them to be and that you realize that you have to make a change of some sort. So whatever the reason may be, if you've decided that you realize that you need to make a change, the best way to do that is to initiate some type of change project, which could be a professional change or a personal change that you're trying to initiate. The first step in a change project is getting clarity. And it's the clarity about understanding what's important to you and understanding what it is that you really want. This comes from the fact that as you get older, it's perfectly normal for your interests to change, for your priorities to change. And the best way to get back in touch with what's really important to you, what's changed, and how are you seeing the world differently, and what do you really want to do, is to do an exercise that I call calibrating your personal compass. Now, once you've calibrated your personal compass and you've got a good understanding of what's important to you and what you really want to do, you can then start setting your intentions, making your intentions clear about what is it that you want to do next. This is best done by defining some type of change project that you want to go through, which means that you want to have a good, clear project definition. What is it you're trying to change? Why are you trying to change it? What are the outcomes that you're trying to achieve? What does success look like when it's done? And then what you need to do is you need to have a work breakdown structure so that you understand the individual steps that you need to take and the individual things and tasks and actions that need to be taken to be able to achieve this objective of yours. And then, of course, you need to grapple with the strategy of what's the best way to actually get these things implemented. How are you going to, what are the different options that you have? And then the last stage of a change project is when you start implementing it. And this is where you start taking action. Now, to take action, you need to be organized, you need to be intentional, and you need to be focused. And a lot of the implementation skills rely heavily on your time and task management skills. There are many reasons why a change project might fail. It may be that there's a lack of clarity in what you're doing. It may be that you don't think it's possible, so you've got a mindset challenge. Or it could be that you just don't have enough time to implement what you're trying to do. And there are many reasons why you may be struggling with your time and task management. You may be feeling completely overwhelmed. You may have too much on your plate. You maybe are not being very effective in getting things done when you focus on doing something, when you set aside time to do it, and you're not being efficient. It could be that you don't have the right metrics in place. There's a whole portfolio of reasons why your time and task management skills might be lacking. What I want to do is I want to help you if you are struggling with your time and task management. If time management is a problem for you, I'm willing to bet that there is a small number of things which are causing most of your problems. Now, this is the Pareto principle, which is the 80-20 principle, which says that 80% of the problems that you're experiencing may be caused by 20% of the issues that you're grappling with. The irony about time management is that if you're struggling with your time, you probably don't have enough time to do a comprehensive time training or time management training course. And so the best way to circumnavigate this problem is to use what I call a just-in-time approach to figuring out what your problems are. Once you've figured out what those 20%, what that small number of things are that are missing from your skill set, you can do some micro training in that particular area, boost your levels of skills and confidence in that particular area, and then you're going to see significant exponential returns because you are addressing the issues that are holding you back. I've developed a framework which I'm using as a diagnostic and educational tool for time management. Now, frameworks are my zone of genius. These are the things that I'm a conceptual thinker. I'm a systems thinker, so I think of what's the big picture, what's the complete scope of work, what are all the things you need to think, and then package it in a way that makes it easy and accessible. So my framework that I've developed for time management is something that I call TIPTOPS. And it's an acronym that stands for a technology independent periodic table of productivity systems. Now, it's a bit of a mouthful. There are a couple of concepts in there. One is it's technology independent, which means that you don't want to get bogged down with learning a new application to be able to get on top of your time management issues. So if you go back to basics and you understand what the key skills are, the core skills, and you master those core skills, you can then pull them all together and have a system that works. So that's the technology independent aspect of it. The reason I'm using a periodic table is because I've systematically laid out all the different skills in different categories. So there's a time category, a task category, a data category, a managing people category, and a productivity category. And these are groups in my periodic table. I don't want to get into the details of exactly what's in the TIPTOPS table, because what's more important is how it can help you to diagnose what your problem is and then to give you micro bursts of targeted training in that particular area so that you can see those exponential improvements in your time management skills. So what I'd like to invite you to do, if you're interested in getting an understanding of what the TIPTOPS framework is and how it can help you with just-in-time training in improving your time management skills, I'd like to invite you to join me on a masterclass where I will give you an introduction to the TIPTOPS framework, explain to you what it looks like, and the thinking behind it, and how it can be used to help identify your time management problem. Now, I do these masterclasses periodically, and what I'd like to invite you to do is click the link in the comments, which will take you to a waiting list. Register for the waiting list, and then I'll get in touch with you and let you know when the next masterclass is going to be. And I hope to see you there soon. Cheers for now.